Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Coin Lady channel. A headline from the world of cryptography. When asked why Ripple was founded, David Schwartz replied, quote, "To make XRP available to as many people as possible." And this whole discussion was sparked by a conversation that took place in 2021, when a former member of the XRP community at the time, one of the most well-known XRP communities around, claimed that Ripple's sole motivation in creating XRP was to sell it to retail. Moreover, this is not accurate. And I'm going to explain in detail why that is. And I have a remark from David Schwartz, which I'll explain in detail. You can see what's going on, and it is fascinating to note that not everyone is fond of Ripple and or XRP, for whatever reason that may be. The things they say are heavily based on the story being told. The whole thing only raises questions. Is it possible that some of these people merely wish for their beliefs to be accepted as true, or do they genuinely believe what they are saying? But first, let me clarify something. I come from a completely monetary background-free background. I am not giving any kind of financial guidance. And you should not make any financial decisions based on what I write or say. Just a hobbyist here that occasionally posts films to YouTube on various crypto-related topics. Okay, then? With that, let's go into the meat of this post. Schwartz clarifies the true nature of Ripple's main goal. Ripple's chief technology officer, David Schwartz, took to Twitter to clear up some misunderstandings about the Silicon Valley blockchain firm. A user on Twitter going by the handle @scamsarbad referenced an earlier tweet claiming XRP was developed for retail sale. Also, scammers have been removed from my Twitter feed. I'm really into, different points of view and stuff. However, I used to dispute this person, and it quickly became apparent that this individual was not interested in operating in facts or seeking the truth, and hence was not being intellectually honest. And that's when I stopped caring. The final straw for me was the discovery of evidence that this person had also adopted the identity of another person. Okay, I admit it, I never had much faith in this guy. Although I enjoy a good debate, I do not think this man is being intellectually forthright. There's no point in continuing, and he's already pretending to be someone else. That's the claim that was made. To put it bluntly, I decided I had had enough of this dummy. Crypto media, however, is reporting on his presence. That's why I brought it up. Isn't it hilarious? Swindle artists have a horrible reputation, and he himself is a swindle. In any case, the ceasefire holds. A blockchain enthusiast named Azrael said that Ripple's original purpose was to sell XRP to retail customers. The individual continued by saying that Ripple co-founder Jed McCaleb departed the business over the retail sale of XRP. Here's Tiffany Hayden's tweet about it. I'm going to quickly resurrect the old thread. The new date is November 13, 2021. To retail customers, XRP was developed, as tweeted by Tiffany Hayden. The end. I'll pause here to point out that, to my knowledge, she has never presented any proof of this or anything else that might incriminate her. However, Tiffany Hayden claims that XRP was developed for retail sale. I can tell you this much, though. Going back to what David Schwartz, one of XRP developers, has said, you'll find that their initial goal was just to create a better Bitcoin. That settled the matter. And they were just guessing at that point. Perhaps, it could have been employed in payments generally. But that was as far as anyone's thinking went. Being a decentralized cryptocurrency, it was unclear what the eventual purpose of XRP would be. It's up to the users how they put it to use. It has never been a secret that selling or distributing XRP is a major aspect of Ripple's business strategy. It seems to be constructed in such a way as to suggest some sort of original sin on Ripple's part. That has never, in my opinion, made any kind of sense. They have always been quite forthright regarding this matter. Since I started working with crypto in 2017, I've been aware of that. However, that is a huge deterrent for others, and that is fair enough. Therefore, some individuals aren't interested in buying XRP. Since XRP is distributed, I figured it didn't matter to me. Despite this, the holdings are absurdly large relative to Ripple. Got it. They have been and continue to be a strong advocate for the XRP ecosystem, constantly bolstering it and supporting it to the best of their abilities. This is why I have never been scared, despite the fact that I know things could quickly escalate for the worse. Continually and massively selling off their interests as soon as they become available each month after escrow closes? In my opinion, they won't, since it's not in their best financial interest. There would be short-term legal ramifications as well, particularly in light of the pending SEC action. Therefore, there are additional factors to think about. The point is that this has never been hidden. In a subsequent tweet, Tiffany Hayden mentioned XRP co-creator and idea generator Jed McCaleb. In a deposition, Jed confirmed as much. The sole purpose of Ripple's operation was to peddle XRP. So that was a part of Ripple's marketing strategy, then? That much is accurate, but the notion that XRP was founded with the intention of being sold to the general public at retail is false. If you want me to believe it, you'll have to prove it. In fact, to the best of my knowledge, I have never seen anything like it, but if I'm incorrect about this, please feel free to cite a source in the comments. From what I can tell, Ripple has never, ever sold XRP to a retail customer. That way, they may make sales to, say, universities. I mean, we do have XRP as retail holders because there are secondary transactions that might lead to that. Sure, but let's be specific for a moment. Not how things went down at all. A few days ago, if you were in the Twitter places that I co-hosted with attorney John Deaton, I said just that. Please correct me if I am wrong, however, I will mention that some of you may have already seen this. I finally broke the news that Ripple had never been offered in stores. That seems to be the case. To which I replied, okay, if that's the case, then just provide that data so I can stop being wrong about it, after two individuals mentioned they felt I might be mistaken on that. Simply put, I'd like to cease being wrong if I am. That's just the way I see things. I decided to use Google, but I was unable to locate it. But if anyone has proof that Ripple made actual sales, please share it. All okay then? Even if that's the case, in my 5 years or more working with crypto, I've never once heard a transaction presented as proof. I'm not an expert on history, so if something major happened way back when and I missed it, that's cool. So, I'm aware that I can be mistaken. Outside of that, however, my current opinion is that they have never engaged in such conduct. They previously distributed XRP for free. The goal was to get as much XRP into as many people's hands as possible, so they did that instead of just selling it. That sums it up nicely. Again, the old Tiffany Hayden tweet claiming that XRP was made for retail sale ultimately did not result in any retail sales of XRP. They hadn't even decided what to do with it. They made it with Ripple in mind. Truthfully, it was unclear that it would ever be used for anything because there was no company. Therefore, it cannot be claimed that it was made for the purpose of retail sale to a specific corporation like. Scams are therefore forbidden. I retweeted it and repeated what you said. The XRP was developed as an answer to the retail fulcrum. Then a non-poster Azrael commented, Ripple was made to sell XRP to retail, effectively reiterating the previous comment. Whether or not you and Tiffany are saying this in response to the claim that XRP was never for retail is unclear to me. But it is clear that you two do not agree with the manner in which XRP was originally marketed to the general public. This resulted in Jed's departure. My impression is that Jed departed because he was unhappy with the way the company was being operated. However, I don't know the full story because not everything has ever been made public. He had in mind an alternative strategy. To be crystal clear, his departure had nothing to do with whether or not XRP was sold. Also, have you heard the ridiculous claim that XRP will never be sold at brick-and-mortar stores? Simply because there are many who would consider such a plan to be ridiculous. I can't tell you how many times I've heard this over the years, but XRP was never intended for human use. Institutions were the intended recipients. However, we now possess it. They are going to come to us in hopes of stealing it. It's that whole conspiracy theory hogwash. The notion that either consumers or businesses can use XRP entirely is ridiculous. And this should make it quite clear that it's not reserved for academic settings. Claimed to be an improvement above Bitcoin, which isn't intended for large financial transactions. In addition, retail speculators like yourself and me purchase and sell XRP, which is why its price is determined by supply and demand in an open market. People naturally act in this manner. That leads to a price set by supply and demand in the free market. That's why there's such a thing. There will, of course, be consumers involved. Okay, but let's push things a little further. In response to Pease's continued commentary on the event, Schwartz swiftly dispelled the rumor, explaining that Ripple was founded to facilitate the widest possible distribution of XRP and to generate sufficient revenue from the sale of coin to fund its operations. Plus, there's one more item I need to mention so I don't mess up the sequence. In 2016, Jed McCaleb was the subject of a deposition. I'm sure most of you already know this, but just in case, I don't think I'd ever seen this damn thing before, and it involved NT. Gox because he was. NT. Gox was founded by Jed McCaleb, who later sold the company just before it collapsed following the infamous hack that everyone here is by now well aware of. In any case, he gave a deposition in 2016, during which he made a number of claims that Tiffany Hayden has also made public. I won't bother reading them all. The pertinent part is displayed on your screen if you click this link. However, Jed McCaleb did mention that selling XRP was always the end goal for Ripple. The point is that none of this was ever a secret. As a result, I don't think much of it. However, despite this, David Schwartz did end up weighing in, and he published the following. Ripple was founded, in my opinion, to facilitate the widest possible distribution of XRP and, with any luck and, if necessary, to produce sufficient revenue from sales or things like sales of XRP to support its operations. Isn't this in complete agreement with all we've always known, then, my dear friends? So, I wanted to take the approach to kind of take this down because it's unsettling to see how someone as intellectually dishonest as this scams a terrible Twitter account is attempting to frame things in a way that's clearly not true. However, XRP distribution by Ripple has always been an open secret. Around the very early stages, they distributed it for free. This may have been around 2013 or 2014, but it was definitely 2013. Once XRP began trading on cryptocurrency exchanges, however, it became problematic to distribute as freely. All you're doing is guaranteeing that the price will fall if you distribute enough of it. As a result, the issue escalated rapidly since they handled it in that sequence. Ripple may seem like a leader at first, but they weren't really in command from the start. It's not like they could stop an exchange from listing XRP, a cryptocurrency that lacks a central authority. One market sought to accomplish this. They managed to acquire it. Whatever, they can just do it. This led to an issue, obviously. So it's possible to look back and criticize. Some of the criticisms might even be justified, given that some people find it problematic that Ripple has as much as they do. All okay then? Is it okay for them to have so much? All of these topics are fair game for conversation. But I will tell you, and I don't know what the current strategy is, that they once articulated a plan showing a chart where they intended to sell XRP over a time frame of literally decades so as not to trigger a drop in the price of XRP. So, I'm not sure. Moreover, there is always the chance. Brad Garlinghouse himself has admitted the potential exists. It's possible that XRP will be destroyed, but I can't say for sure. Simply said, there's just a lot of it. Whether or not such a large quantity is required, I can't say. I can't say if more or less is preferable. You also can't give a definitive response because you have no idea how widespread XRP use will be in the future. The question is, what is the best solution? I can't say. Not sure if that makes a difference. To be honest, I've never considered it a deal breaker. More than 5 years have passed since I first learned about this. I really couldn't care less. And if it bothers the people you know, that's their business. That's understandable on my end. Actually, if you're worried about that, you're not alone. In all honesty, you have good reason to worry about that. That is something that worries you, but not me. Then drop X or whatever you're holding. In this setting, I couldn't care less. However, we have always understood that Ripple would distribute XRP in numerous forms and sell it. Yes, they did. So, exactly where do we go wrong here? There is no issue at all. That's the point I'm trying to make. Certainly, there is no cause for alarm. Well, I'm not a certified financial planner, Nothing I say or write should be used to make financial decisions. In the end, please like and subscribe my channel. See you later, bye.